Hello, welcome. I'm Bernd Fischer. I'm the General Chair of SLE 2022. I'd like to welcome you to the conference, and I'm glad that we're back to a face-to-face, or at least mask-to-mask meeting mode after 2 years of virtual SLEs. Let's see. Before we actually start with the program, it is my very unfortunate duty to remind everybody on the untimely passing of Ilko Visser, who died very unexpectedly earlier this year. He was one of the main members of SLE and Splash. He was General Chair for Splash 2016 in Amsterdam. He was General Chair of SLE last year. He worked on a large range of topics that are at the core of the conference: different parsing technologies, program transformation, domain-specific languages, programming environments for domain-specific languages. And I'm pretty sure everybody knows about his work on Researcher. He built a very strong group, first in Utrecht and then in Delft, and he and his students published 19 papers at SLE from 2008 to 2020. If you're interested in his contribution to the field, check out his webpage, ilkovisser.org, or look for the Ilko Visser Commemorative Symposium that will take place early next year in Delft to celebrate his achievements. But I want to also talk about live people. I would like to express my personal thanks and the thanks on behalf of the steering committee to Lola and Walter, who've worked very, very hard to build an excellent program, of course, with your help. And with that, let me hand over to those guys. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Okay, let's start with thanking you to be here or to have submitted or contributed to SLE. This one is the first thing to think of. We have a really tight program, I have to say, and as you can see, or you have saw, we have 2 fully packed days, and in some cases we are also overflowing in the coffee breaks. But anyway, this is more or less the program. You can look the details inside the web page. Yeah.
May I actually make a quick managerial announcement? If you've checked the web pages yesterday, the room assignments have been changed. SLE will take place in this room only today and tomorrow. All sessions will take place here.
Now I'm going to talk a little bit about how the submissions have gone this year. This year, for the first time, as you might know, we have had 2 submission rounds. So the first one was in April, and the second one was in August, as usual. And we thought that it would be good to have a first round to give the authors the chance to maybe have some feedback from the reviewers. So in the first round, the decisions that we could make could have been made in the papers were either accepted, rejected as regularly, but we also had this resubmit revised version. So the authors again had the chance to work on the paper, on the comments by the reviewers, and then resubmit in the second round. And then the outcome of the second round was, as in previous years, we had the decision of accepted paper, rejected paper, but we also offered some conditional accept to those papers who were on the edge of being accepted, but the reviewers thought that they needed some final touches.
Okay, we put together a big program committee. We covered most of the area of interest of SLE. There was some new entrants this year, like product lines, like biotechnologies and stuff like that. But in general, we have members from every country or every continent in the world, more or less. And we try to balance juniority and seniority of the people in the committee, and as well as the gender. They helped a lot, I have to say, and I have to thank them, even if I think most of them are not here. But anyway, thanks to them.
So regarding the submitted papers, we had, between the two rounds, we had 55 papers submitted in total, a total number of 179 authors from 21 countries. There were some countries in which we had a huge number of authors. As you can see here, for instance, in France, like 40 people from France submitted papers, followed by the Netherlands, Germany, France, the US, the United Kingdom, Japan. Here you have all the numbers. And we are also happy to see that there's people submitting all around the world. It's not only, it is mostly Europe. We can see there are a huge number of papers from Europe, but also from Asia, North America, South America. So we're very happy to report these numbers.
Okay, so we got 55 papers, and they are divided in 14 in the first round and 41 in the second one. Only 3, well, we invited the 6 paper from the first one to resubmit in the second one, but only 3 of these 7 papers were really resubmitted. This is a pity, because the idea was that we are giving you feedback, and the idea was, okay, take this feedback, improve your paper, and probably you have a chance to get into in the second round. We tried to have 4 reviews per paper. Wasn't that easy? 4 reviews are a lot, and at the end we landed with 3 or 5, in some cases 5. Well, in total we were around more than 20 to 200 reviews. That is in general huge number of reviews, and we are also happy by this review because in general we got really nice feedback for our authors. That they were really thoughtful, and yeah. We can thank again the reviewers because it was a good job.
Okay, how are these 555 papers distributed in the different rounds? So in the first round, we received 10 research papers. 6 of those papers were invited to resubmit. 1 new idea or vision paper, two papers. 1 of them was invited to resubmit also, and 1 paper addressing the SLE body of knowledge. In the second round, we received more submission. We had 33 research papers. 2 of them were resubmissions from the first round. 3 new ideas papers, 2 papers. 1 of them resubmitted from the first round, and 1 SLE body of knowledge. And in the end, we ended up with 23 papers accepted, and these papers go in these categories: 18 research papers, 1 new ideas, 3 tool papers, and 1 SLE body of knowledge.
Okay, we also have the opportunity to have an artifact associated to the paper accepted. There was a committee for this, and out of the 23 accepted papers in the different categories, only 12 have submitted an artifact. And at the end, after a process that you can see there was at least only 7 that were made available. That sounds strange, but there were some strict concern about what means availability over time, especially. But 11 of these, of the 12 submitted, 11 of these are functional and 6 are reusable. So we have a lot of good stuff implemented here, and this is a good result.
Then, talking about the artifact evaluation, we also have to thank the artifact evaluation committee. Especially, we would like to thank Thomas Kuhn and Juliana Alves Pereira, which they have been the co-chairs, and they have done an amazing job. And also all the PC member who reviewed all the artifact. We know that is tedious sometimes. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. Also, it's not easy to deal with all the technical details of running an artifact that you haven't created. So we're very, very thankful for the work that these people did.
Okay, last but not least, this year we have a special issue associated to the conference, especially issues in JSS, a Journal of Softwares and Systems, or System and Software. I always forget the direction. Anyway, yeah, you are right. Anyway, we are expecting a lot of submission from you. and the first round should be set in the mid of February next year, and after that we are considering to have one rebuttal or next round for this, and the second in June, and then one other in August. The final acceptance should be in October, mid of October, and mid of November, sorry, and the publication date, the tentative publication date is at the end of the year, mid of December 2023.
Some practical information. We will be using Twitter, so feel free to tweet anything you like, comments, talk, pictures. If you use this hashtag, we will be able to see it from the SLE account. We will have live presentation, or at least we wanted to have lots of live presentations. In the end, because of some problems with visa and some people couldn't make it here, so there will be also some people presenting remotely, but they will still presenting live. There will be questions in the chat and here in the room, and please feel free to reach out and socialize and so on.
Okay, we also have the honor to have a keynote by Chiba that is in the room. Thank you, Chiba. That will be on Wednesday in the morning section, and is going to speak about that people don't want to learn a new language, but they want to learn a new library instead. That sounds at least controversial, so I'm really interested to look at it. Yeah. But anyway, let's wait for tomorrow morning. Please be here.
And basically, that's all we had to say. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the conference.
Yeah.